In Judaism, Bat Kol or Bat Kol is a heavenly or divine voice which proclaims God's will or judgment. Quote, it signifies the ruach ha-kodesh or serves as a metonym for God, but it differed essentially from the prophets, though these were delegates or mouthpieces of ruach ha-kodesh. In art it is represented by the hand of God. Jewish Bible. The characteristic attributes of the voice of God are the invisibility of the speaker and a certain remarkable quality in the sound, regardless of its strength or weakness. A sound proceeding from some invisible source was considered a heavenly voice, since the mass revelation on Sinai was given in that way. In Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 12, ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude, only ye heard a voice. In this account, God reveals himself to man through his organs of hearing, not through those of sight. Even the prophet Ezekiel, who sees many visions, heard a voice of one that spoke. Similarly, Elijah recognized God by a still, small voice, and a voice addressed him. Sometimes God's voice rang from the heights, from Jerusalem, from Zion, and God's voice was heard in the thunder and in the roar of the sea. Talmud. In the period of the Tanaim, the term Bat Kol was in very frequent use and was understood to signify not the direct voice of God, which was held to be supersensible, but the echo of the voice. The rabbis held that Bat Kol had been an occasional means of divine communication throughout the whole history of Israel, and that since the cessation of the prophetic gift it was the sole means of divine revelation. It is noteworthy that the rabbinical conception of Bat Kol sprang up in the period of the decline of Old Testament prophecy and flourished in the period of extreme traditionalism, where the gift of prophecy was believed to be lacking. Perhaps even because of this lack, there grew up an inordinate desire for special divine manifestations. Often a voice from heaven was looked to clear up matters of doubt and even to decide between conflicting interpretations of the law. So strong had this tendency become that Rabbi Joshua felt it to be necessary to oppose it and to insist upon the supremacy and the sufficiency of the written law. The last never mentioned in the Jewish Bible are ha-kodesh, Zechariah, and Malachi, all of whom lived at the end of the 70-year Babylonian captivity. The Talmud states that nowadays only the Bat Kol exists. Art. In Jewish art, the Bat Kol was often represented by the hand of God, as in the synagogue of Europa.